Hi, Taurus, and welcome to your March reading. Welcome to Virtual Tarot. I'm Ava,
And,
and
and that's Ava's cat. And they will be doing the March reading for you, Taurus. I'm going to clip out and go to bed.
my cat, she can do it. She can
She
do
could
it.
do it.
She can do it.
She's your familiar.
She's my mirror.
You're the white witch, and she's your familiar. Isn't that what they call cats?
Well, familiar? I don't know. That's
She's your mirror.
mirror. She's my mirror.
So, okay, I am going to introduce myself after making jokes, but seriously, I'm Trudy, and that's Ava. And welcome to your live reading for the month of March, Taurus. We will be reading for all the Tauruses in the universe, and so hang in there because you're going to hear quite a few interpretations of each of the four cards that we draw for our four-card spread. And we hadn't mentioned this previously, but Ava and I are on a mission to teach women, our sisters, how to reclaim the sacred feminine via the tarot. So stick with us and watch all of the signs if you get a chance and learn a little bit about the tarot and the many meanings of each and every card. That said, I'm going to switch over to my sister Ava, and she's going to tell you all about the four-card spread.
Yes. Well, we have this very concise spread that gives us a really nice overview of what happened in the month of March. The first card, it's a four-card spread. The first card is about the general environment of the month of March for you, Taurus. And the second card is Trudy.
The second card represents challenges or things that may trip you up in the month of March. And the third card, Abe,
Is the unexpected, is the card that is intended to warn you about what you may not know is coming. There you go. Trudy?
and the fourth card represents the outcome of the month. And Ava and I will chit-chat a little bit about the narrative of the entire four-card spread. And then stay tuned because afterward, or I should say two or three of you, will receive a one-card reading via Ava and I live here, right here. And so comment. You can comment or you can tweet to @TrudyAva, and we'll be looking for those questions as we read. So, you ready to do last month's recap?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go, Ava.
So your Taurus, dear, sweet, sexy Taurus, your first card was the Page of Cups, reversed indeed. Now let me say that the card upright is the card of the dreamer. It's the card of your dreams, your passion, your most romantic side, whether that's expressed towards the human being or not. But in a reversed position, it's those dreams being challenged, not perhaps being delayed or a disillusionment of some sort. It's unrequited love. It's infatuation. And also an inability to be inspired by something or someone. You're not inspired. Or all of that. So, Trudy, anything to add to that, sweetheart?
No, that's exactly right, because the next card that came up in the position of challenge was the Knight of Wands, which is that fiery, cocky, showy knight, or that movement of such. So that kind of goes along with what Ava just mentioned about the Page of Cups. reversed, where you're just challenged to feel inspired a little bit, and maybe you're challenged to really like go forth, and your challenge is to be center stage, to be sort of, as Katy Perry says, that rocket ship. So that's what I got. Want to add to that?
Oh, only that perhaps it's about this tremendous energy, and we're right in the middle of the month. So Taurus, if you're listening to this in the middle of the month, it might be relevant to you because your challenge is suddenly you've got to keep up with this tremendous amount of energy that's appeared in your midst, and it's hard to maintain, to keep in sync with it. That's it, to keep in sync with the tremendous movement forward. And your challenge is to do that, however that may be expressed in your particular life circumstance. It's up to you to find means by which you keep up. There you go. That's it.
Nicely done.
Okay.
And in the third position, in the position of the unexpected, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And so this is the overly emotional, dramatic queen. And unexpectedly, this is either energy showing up in the month. If you are feeling this way unexpectedly, you might need to step back for a moment and contain yourself. I mean, it is February, and so we have this Page of Cups reversed. And there may be, going back to the unrequited love situation that Ava had mentioned, or just this inability to feel inspired, that leaves you sort of, I would say, distraught. Now, if you're a bundle keeper, we're going to move over to the bundle keepers now. And Ava and I call them bundle keepers because why, Ava?
They got bundles.
We got to tell the story, or it sounds sexual. Go ahead.
No, it's not because of that. Well, in Egypt, they used to present a bundle containing prize possessions. They presented that to their lady love, and if she accepted it, they were married. It was as simple as that. And I don't know how they got divorced, but that's how they got married. And
so anyway, if you're a bundle keeper, you may have an overly emotional female in your midst who's a heartbreaker. What do you think of that, Ave?
Oh, she's a heartbreaker, all right. But on a general level, don't hold a grudge, because this is about holding a grudge, about the kind of emotional insecurity that leads you to be hurt or wounded. Nobody can hurt anybody who doesn't give a damn. So it's about being too emotionally vulnerable and being hurt by someone else's actions, or maybe feeling jealous like that, or holding a grudge like that, none of which is good. So be careful. Forewarned is forearmed.
I like that. And then in the last position, I like the grudge, by the way.
Oh, yes.
That is exactly what that queen does. She holds a grudge. She harbors resentment, like, for lifetimes.
Yes.
Okay, so in the last position, we have the easy for me to say, it's getting like the 10 of Pentacles in the upright. And is there a better card? I don't think so for Taurus, because Taurus is all about security, stability, routine. You're an earth sign. This is your sign. So you seem to be in a situation that so you've got this really stable sort of environment about you, about and around you, built around you, okay? And even though all this other stuff is going on inside the silo, this stable silo, it's okay because it's all happening within this. It could also be legacy of family, but there is some very strong support network that has been built around you. So, moving on over to Ave.
Well, I think that's well enough said. You can just look forward perhaps to some financial remuneration as well at the end of the month. If you're expecting something to come in financially, it will, but it's all about material security, and whether you glean that from your family or from your work or from wherever it is that you pull your security from, you achieve it at the end of the month. It's a 10. You cross the line. You finish whatever it is you were working on, and you feel good about that. So there's a snarky little person here. It might be you. It might be someone else, and maybe a bit of infatuation with something, lack of inspiration perhaps, but your challenge for the month is to keep up with the energy that's all around you. There's a lot of energy around you, and it's compelling you, like being resisting the current in a sense. You're resisting the current, and you've got to allow yourself to flow with that current and not fight it. There you go.
Nicely done. Thank you, kitty cat.
Yes.
Okay, here we go, Taurus. Ava and I are going to read for you for the month of March. You ready?
Ready.
We have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled the cards.
All right.
So we're ready to go, Ava, and the first card is for March, the Two of Swords, Ava.
Oh, really?
In the upright.
Oh, my, really? Oh, my. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm going to comment on this while Ava gets her thoughts about her.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just sort of meditating on this card last night, which is kind of weird, but because the Two of Swords, I've always thought of as, so you are just ignoring things, okay? You see this woman, and she has, I'm going to give this to Marisol so you can see it better. She's got two swords crossing her heart, okay? So she's sort of in this stasis, but behind her you see all of these rocky outcroppings that are sort of surfacing out of this turbulent sea, okay? So I've always thought, well, you know, you're just sort of ignoring problems, things, and that's true, you are, but then I was meditating on this, and I sort of saw like this scene where you know, these boxers who are in the ring, and they're going at it, and then they take a break, okay? So it kind of feels like that a little bit to me, like you're in your corner, and it could even be you, like two halves of you that are in each corner taking a break. But you're not done yet. So you're in opposition either with someone or another part of yourself. So you're in conflict, I guess. There you go.
Yes. There's a sort of you're mentally stressing over something, and it's a decision, something you have to decide. You have a choice between two concepts, two ideas. You have a choice somewhere, an important choice, but you're ignoring intellectual evidence that is, you know something, but you don't want to know it. Because knowing it, you would have to make a decision that you don't want to make. And that's why they say it's the card of denial. It's fence sitting, sitting on the fence, not wanting to commit one way or the other, so that you can keep the status quo. You want to keep the status quo at the cost of being truthful and honest with yourself or with someone else, or just ignoring the situation so that you're hoping to, against hope, that everything is just going to go on the way it is. There it is.
And I guess I came up with the whole boxing thing because when you're watching a boxing match, you never really know who's going to win. And I feel as if with this card, part of the reason why you don't finish it is you don't really know how it's going to turn out. And so, there you go. Ava, that's
Yes.
my parable for the two swords. And I'm going to draw the next card. The next card will be, no surprise here, the King of Cups in the upright is in your position of challenge.
Ah, all right. So that would be, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, this is a really wonderful man. This is a man who's in touch with his emotional life, and he's the hug giver. He's the guy who kisses all the relatives when they march in at Thanksgiving and embarrass the kids' girlfriends or boyfriends because they're lovey-dovey, you know. But he's also very available. He's available emotionally, and for some reason that becomes a challenge for our Taurians this month. And so maybe there's a movement of love from this person. I'm going to go with a person. I'm going to let Ava read it.
Generically, yes.
Yeah, more generically. But I'm going to go with a person because this could be someone who is actually extending themselves toward you, and you may have had conflict with this person in the past, and so you're holding back. Okay, and that's your challenge. But this is a good person. This is a good man, and his intentions are admirable and sincere. Okay? So there you go, Ave.
Yes. Well, whatever you do, stay calm. Challenge is to stay calm. It's to listen intently to what's being said to you. That's your challenge. It's to take the calm approach to whatever matter is in front of you, and be gallant. If nothing else, the King of Cups is extremely gallant, and the King of Cups is a master of his emotions, Pardon me. That doesn't mean he isn't kind or giving, but he's not led by his emotions. He's eminently fair. And in order to be fair, you have to listen to the other side. Show compassion for those who are upset. Give them your shoulder to cry on and really listen to what they are saying to you. That's your challenge in March. It's a beautiful thing.
Two of Swords is, to me, not a beautiful card, but the King of Cups is a beautiful card.
Yes, it is. That's what I meant.
Beautiful card. I know that's what you meant. Okay. I was just flashing back to the cards, so everyone. All right, and so we're ready to draw the most exciting card that we draw on the 4-card spread, which is the card that represents the unexpected. And here we go.
Woohoo!
It is the Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Really?
Interesting, right?
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay, Ava, you go. And are you
I'm ready.
ready? Is that okay? Go ahead.
It seems to me that you're probably going to have to spend some money somewhere unexpectedly. You're going to have to kind of loosen your budget, go off your savings plan, or do something that demands less of a practical practical behavior. And this is unexpected, so something is propelling you towards action that isn't as predictable. It's not predictable for you. You're doing something unpredictable, uncustomary for yourself. You're stepping outside of the bounds of your own general patterns of behavior, because you are, in effect, the Queen of Pentacles, but you're reversed. So you're countering. You're going counter to the impulses of your sign, of your card sign, and so that's what I have for it so far, Trudy.
Okay. Okay. So I totally agree with what Ava's saying, which is you're going counter to your value system, or this situation, because we have a King of Cups in the position of challenge in the upright. And then unexpectedly, we have this queen, this practical queen inverted, and then we have this 2. So this could also, and I'm going with people, okay? This could also be 2 people. It could be you, or it could be someone other than you in your life, and it could be a man, okay? A male, a father figure, a friend, a boss. For some reason, there seems to be a conflict between these 2 people, and I'm just kind of going with that. Or in your mind, you're weighing the options between these 2 people. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse just tells me that you're feeling uncomfortable unexpectedly with your ability to stand on your own 2 feet, or feel practical and grounded, and well, there's another interpretation too, which can just mean you're not feeling as if you want to stay home, because to me this is the queen that's always home. She's always taking care of the family. She is the best mother of all the queens. And so for some reason mother and father is coming up for me. I feel as if maybe there's an issue with either Taurus is maybe not available to be at home and be a mother, and there's this challenge with this father possibly. But either way, I kind of see it as like conflict between 2 people. There we go. All right. Obscure as it may be.
Can I add something to that?
Go ahead.
You know, this is the card of the bad cook.
Oh, there you go. I love that.
You may be serving unexpectedly a bad meal. Your family won't like it. But on another level, also, just to to cover as much ground as we can. The card has to do with your physical body. And when it's reversed, it's gaining weight, not nourishing yourself properly, not exercising enough, not being unkempt, and also poor housekeeping, maybe leaving the house completely a mess because you were too busy.
That's good. I like that. Poor housekeeping.
Poor housekeeping. It really is stuff like that. So I generally have a one of those yellow police things in front of my kitchen. So I never go in there.
Caution, caution.
Oh, wait, caution, so that I never mess anything up in there.
But it wouldn't bother you. You're a Pisces. It would bother a Taurus.
It would bother a Taurus. It would bother.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Taurus likes everything
perfect.
In order.
Yes. So there might be a bit of that. And it's also envy. Envying other people's kitchen, other people's furniture, other people's stuff. So it's a bit of that too. So it's a whole bunch of things.
A whole bunch of stuff. Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
So you're in conflict between this emotionally available, gallant man and this terrible, messy housekeeper. Okay, here we go. Fourth card. Judgment. In the upright.
Judgment. Well, hallelujah.
So.
Hallelujah.
So in the end, the two is resolved. You make a decision and you rise to the occasion because there's some epiphany that comes about during the month. And I want to say it comes about because of the comparison between these two people, maybe, or these two archetypes.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and this is really deep, Ava. This is really deep. For some reason, this brings on some type of cosmic consciousness, and you're going to actually rise to the next level. So this is a big deal this month. What's going on? So take note and deal with what's going on, which Ava's going to describe because I have to think about it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it's really evident in the word itself, judgment. So you do, like Trudy said, you do come to a decision after an epiphany. That's very well put. It's positive decisions. A positive decision is made because you suddenly get a clear, your becomes clear, and you're able to see the situation for what it is. You see yourself and you see the situation. You're able to judge yourself and you're able to judge the situation properly using your reason and your judgment. Now, it also implies that, well, look, judgment is second to the last card in the major arcana, meaning that you've gone through a heck of a lot to get here. And in March, near or sometime during the month, you really do experience almost like a resurrection of yourself. Something hits you and says, wow, this is who I am. I like who I am. I want to be this person. And I don't care about how other people judge me. I see myself properly. And so I have clarity of vision, and I can make that judgment or decision that will help me to move forward on my journey. So there.
Well, maybe it also has to do a little bit with accepting your
I
imperfection.
can't hear you now.
Oh, no, really? Can you hear me?
You're reverberating, breaking up.
Really?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, I'm switching back over to you, and am I breaking up now?
Now you're fine. Now
Okay,
you're
well, I was going to say maybe this has to do, this Queen of Pentacles, with accepting your imperfections or accepting some imperfection, because you, it seems, maybe need to align yourself with this king. And the king is of the heart, and the queen is of stuff. So maybe there's some sort of alignment that's happening between heart and stuff, you know? And I said, you know, we're not supposed to say that. Sorry.
we're trying not to say it.
I only said it once, but
You said it once, and I'm proud of you.
Right. So I really believe that this epiphany has to do with these two archetypes. So let's talk about these archetypes. The archetype of the King of Cups in the position of challenge. Like, why would that be a challenge? I'm trying to get this reading.
Oh, you mean you want to see it, the overview of it already? All right.
Well, I'm just saying, well, why this King of Cups in the position of challenge, and then we have this unexpected Queen, and then at the end, you know, we've got a flank of Two of Swords in the environment, which I understand, and then we've got this Judgment card at the end. So there's some sort of
it's
conflict resolved.
That's right. It's resolved at the end.
Conflict resolved between these two archetypes.
But it's definitely see, this is a karmic card. There's a karmic lesson that will be experienced in March. Some kind of lesson that you learn about yourself and about your something you haven't been wanting to face. Something you've been in denial about, you face it, and you resolve the karma. You resolve the karma. The karma, you know, karma only attaches it to us if we do nothing about it.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So once you actually face it, face whatever karma you've created, meaning what have your actions created in your world that you don't like? Look at that. Look directly at it, and then bring your reason to it, and change come to the decision that you need to come to. Make that choice. And
so maybe this is the block from last month, because last month we had this whole lack of inspiration. So the block is this.
Yeah.
Deal with this, and you go into April clear and free, and you're almost to the Fool again, which is where you need to be.
That's right. So it's almost, you're going to hear trumpets. Angels will be beckoning you into the realm of the free. Of the karmically free. When you're free of your karma, you experience life as a child would, with a sense of spontaneity and inner liberty. And so that's what you're going to experience, Taurus.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's about time Taurus graduated to the Fool.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so you ready? We are live here. We're going to move on. That's the reading for Taurus. We're going to move toward...
We got to say goodbye to Taurus.
Oh, we're not going to say goodbye until we do a couple of questions.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
We're ready to go.
All right, go.
Which one? Oh, okay. So we have two questions, Ava. And there's... You got to take a picture of this. It's so cute. I love that. All right. I love Marisol's journal. It is so cute. Hold on. I'm going to hold it up. Oh, you probably can't see the questions.
No,
It's
I
so
can't.
cute. Oh, you can't see. Oh, well. It's very cute. Okay, so the first question is, okay, this is E. Schlesinger.
All right.
It says, I'm working hard on my art. Will I ever reach the next level?
Let's see. Strength.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Inner strength. Yes, you will. But it takes a lot of fortitude, a lot of self-possession, a lot of managing your own emotions, a lot of managing the inner beast in you, because the inner beast is the animal, the lower instincts, that part of us which wants immediate gratification, that only lives by their senses and not by higher ideals. You have to have a loftier ideal. And if you have a loftier ideal and believe in it, you have to also acknowledge in yourself the inner strength that you have. Feel it and allow that to purge you of your doubt. There you go.
Okay. All right, E. Schlesinger. Okay, this is what comes up. For me, okay, I'm feeling that there may be some egoistic folk around you, and that perhaps you may need to speak sweetly to those who do not understand your art, or who do not understand where you're going with it, whether or not it's worthwhile. And then also what's coming up for me is not being afraid of direction. So basically stick your head in the places that you're afraid of, because that's where your art is going to come from, and you'll survive. There you go. Okay, next.
Well put, Trudy. Very well.
I don't know what that means. All right, here we go.
No, that was well put.
Okay, this is Brenda, and she says, I love you too. And then she says, we say, we love you too. Mwah, Brenda. Okay. And then she asks, am I getting the house?
Let me see. Oh, yeah. The magician. You're getting it. But you're getting that house. But let me tell you, you're going to have to assert yourself. You can't passively wait for that house. You've got to make every effort in the world, and you've got to believe in, you've got to take the magical approach too. And the magical approach is believing that you will succeed, regardless of what may be happening in the current moment. You have to believe ultimately in the positive outcome. And then you have to exert your will. That is, you have to actually go out and do something about it. A lot of people pray and they vision and they hope against hope that something will come about, but they never actually do anything about it. And so they go, oh, well, you know, there is no God. There's no spirit. I never get what I want. Well, it's because you don't understand the whole mechanism, and the mechanism doesn't work without you. You're integral to what happens to you, and so you need to be positive, and you need to know that you can, and that it is possible, and then go out and do it. There you go.
Okay, Brenda. This is what's coming to me. Okay. The first thing that came to me was the magician, is sleight of hand. So if we think toward how these supposedly magical events occur, they occur with a lot of planning, a lot of practice, and until it looks easy. So are you getting the house? You may not get this house, however, you will eventually get a house because you will manifest what you practice, okay? Which Ava and I can tell you, this takes a lot of practice, and we're building a house. It's a house of worship. Of heart, yes. But we're building a house, and so in order to manifest your house, please observe what others are doing, others who have purchased homes, and I think that you probably have already. But if you go to the table and this one doesn't happen, just know that eventually the next one will, because you're moving in that direction. Also, I wanted to mention, last but not least, before we sign off, Ava and I believe that visioning is an important piece within the manifestation process, and we recommend that you spend time visioning, praying, and perhaps even vision boarding your home, and surely you will manifest it at that point. So, go with the magic. I like it. Good cards all. Do we have any more comments that we feel as if we really have to, that came in last minute? Oh, okay. But a lot of people have commented and thanked us for the readings, and we want to thank you back for hanging in there. And I want to thank my sister in crime, Ava.
Hello, bye-bye.
For the earth readings, and I know she's ready to go. So anyway, thank you very much. If you'd like a private reading, go to our website. If you are interested in the Counts Card subscription, click on the link below, and I think we're going to sign out.
Yes. Bye-bye.